Hello. You're probably all wondering why I've asked you to come here tonight. I have some things to share with you. So I'm going to be reading to you from Fair Copy, which is my first book, and I'm very excited because it has a creepy deer on the cover and a weird girl, which is all I ever dreamt of as a young woman, hoping I would have a poetry book in the future. To tell you a little bit about the book, the only thing you need to know, and you don't even have to know this, every title of every poem is a line by Emily Dickinson, who you may know of. She's a small woman, she wears white, and she's a little claustrophobic. Every poem is an acrostic of that line. So if you don't know what an acrostic is, if you were to look at the poem on the page and look at the first letter of every line, it would spell the title. I'm sorry, was that your mind? Is it blown? Yes, I thought it was. So that's just to tell you about the formal aspect of the book, but the neat thing is you can read it and never know that, and it's still okay. So, everything's alright, guys. So, first poem. Were it but me that gained the height, whirled like a coat, silver class, ermine lined, warm with the dead inside, roiling around the red center. I thought everything had a purpose. This was back when I still drank. And wasn't I a special traveler, nestled in that pocket amongst the butterscotch candies, the matchbooks? Unessential, but accounted for, a steady thing to touch. Whirled like a morning glory, withered every evening, whirled like a bristling dog, terrified of thunder. I can't believe how I believed, or how that belief assumed a shape around my body, taking on the imprint of my heat, gaining solidity. When anyone questioned me, I held it forth, let them touch the sleeve. I needed nothing. Whirled like an egret, still and white on the highway divider, whirled like a regret typed out and then erased. I cannot hold you any closer without everyone seeing. I cannot hold you at all, it seems, your evergreens, your curling potato vine. It's all too much, and I a bit of goose down, a thistle fluff, naked and hatless, unaccounted for, an extra, the world like a world, like a world. I start putting sticky notes on my body. It makes me feel safe. Special thanks to Kyle for giving me these sticky notes. Also to Justin and Kyle together for making this whole amazing thing happen. And to Kara for having good hair. Also, I like her. I gave myself to him. I thought it something small. Everything was. Girling from one party to another. I was the prettiest abbess, my wimple crisply folded, my cocktail habit vaccinating me against all thought. Amor Vincent Omnia engraved the length of my thigh, my pictures all black-barred. Yes, I was a yes girl. Yes, I had such fun I can't say I remember. But gradually a heresy took hold. Et tu, brutale, broke across the horizon like a hand snuffing out the sun. For all your cruelties, you're the hymn that I write to, letter after letter, requesting only that you return me to my prior state. Have pity on a girl of Catholic tastes. I want the same as anyone, just more and faster. Make nice, make haste, I say, and never yield. Afraid? Of whom am I afraid? All that I love, I tremble by. All that pleasures for a moment brings regret by morning. Remembrance is to rosemary as rue is to forever. A little birdie told me he no longer loved me. I plucked its downy feathers. I split its skin open. My hands still glow from the morning after what I can't remember. How this holler in its breast shows me of the drowning sat. How this moment is recorded in the spine. A gold no spelled out against the viscera. My love wrote it there for me. I know this organ by its gravity, and borrowed feathers can't disguise how his eyes retreat from mine. And the dull light I emit in the dark isn't enough to read this heart, to parse the worms that nibble destiny, which is the word we use for doomed. This heart that broke so long. The hound leaps down from the moon. You are the hare, heaving your ropey muscles across the forest floor. Indolent once in your lovely white, lazing under swags of offerings, blossoms, fruit. Now, running, hurly-burly, tumult and scrabbling back paws, eating only in furtive bolts, and the whites always showing. You were a girl, but no more. Remembrance makes the rabbit faster to the hound that courses the track. The meat tastes sweet as gumdrops. The girl you were had a little dog she fed from her plate when able. That dog is old now, probably dead. This one needs a collar. This one has been bred to jet scene, frictionless alacrity, running though its pads tear, though its lungs burst. Oh, the hound loves the hare. Loves the hare's kerning path and how its feet scrabble for purchase, and dashing across the page. That's you. The white space stretching further and further, arcing over rivers, over paragraphs and epistles, desperately lunging for safe margin, a burrow to come into or a tunnel bracketed. The hound loves the girl, not the hare, but the hare will do, and you girl it faster, and your hair streams uninterrupted. Even though I wrote that several years ago, that's actually about Kyle's corgi. She's crazy cute. I'm actually kind of convinced, I know they're supposed to be Welsh and stuff, but I think that they were made in Japan. Because that's where all cute things come from.
They're very popular.
So this is not a poem about a corgi. I know. It's a kind of letdown. I should have stopped if I don't have a corgi. This is actually a poem about drugs. Legal drugs. Once upon a time, I once was on anti-anxiety meds for a year. And it was neat because I could wake up in the morning and be like, this is what normal people feel like. They just like wake up and they do stuff. But ultimately it was a little strange. Hope is a strange invention. Half a slice, then a whole moon orbits down my throat to dissolve my fears. Psalm of modern medicine that scrubs me elegant and cool, lays a chill hand to my forehead. It's my mother's, or her shadow, vague against my bedroom wall. Somewhere down the street, a woman laughs. The bass rises and falls, a hymn to bravado that riffs on sax. This is after childhood. After a shadow fell across my true name, and a fairy gave me a new one. He called me Muckwit, Steam Face, Eye Seep. I slept under the hill and covered my face in crystal lace wings, rubbed my skin in pig shit. Name me worse. I close my eyes for his kiss, vaccine to happiness, or worse, bliss. Even after the prince tugged me from the ground, named me darling, called me dear, I wanted to cram my body into rabbit warrens, fox dens. I wanted the sadness of rotting fruit, of knowing my place and staying, not these white gills laced with sun,